I've been trying to figure out what we need to do, and for the last 15 years or so, since I started using the internet, I was sending out all kinds of emails. Started doing a blog about 5 years ago for a while. Facebook like a crazy man with all kinds of stuff, and I kept having people occasionally say, so what are you going to do about it? You got a plan? And I thought, well, yeah. And I just started thinking, and I haven't seen many plans. We all know we're in a terrible situation. They've killed the economy. It's getting ready. Their Homeland Security is gearing up for war on the American people. They're implementing a police state around us. We probably have all kinds of surveillance on us right now with facial recognition cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're killing us. They're polluting the sky with all these chemtrails and stuff, which pollutes the groundwater, pollutes the ground, and they've screwed up all the food. They've got all this junk in the water. It's a business model, folks. When we are past the point, when they get to be my age, we now become useless eaters. We don't retire for another 30 years out to pasture. They're done with us, just like the cattle in the feedlot and the chickens in the coops and everything else. If we don't realize that, we don't realize they look at us the same way they look at the Syrians and the Libyans and the Iraqis and the Afghans and the Somalians. That's the way they look at us, too. They're just hollowing out this country right now and throwing it to the dogs. They've indebted us to the Chinese, and the last thing they're going to loot is the retirement plans, and then we're bust. And the dollar loses its reserve status, and then what are we going to do? That's what they're gearing up for, and that's where it's all headed, and they can precipitate it about any time they want to for their maximum effect, okay? So what are we going to do? The plan is basically really simple. It's what Americans have done throughout times of crisis, throughout the landing of the Puritans and the Pilgrims and all those folks, to the Revolutionary War, getting through the Civil War, all kinds of plagues and everything else. It's people getting together with people. We are all separated and divided today in this society. That's by design. There's probably a lot of Republicans here, there's probably a lot of Democrats here, probably a lot of disgust with the whole thing here, a lot of people that don't register to vote because they think it's just consenting to a scam.
Encourages
but
them.
The fact is we have to start getting together, because when it hits the fan, and it is going to hit the fan, we have to support ourselves. This is where things like Bob's been working on for years come in particularly handy. So what we're going to have to do is get to know our neighbors if we haven't met them. And I'm preaching to me at the same time, okay, folks? I'm just figuring out what has to be done. And I'm launching a website called theprecinctleader.com, theprecinctleader.com. It's up looking really junky right now because I'm just, after over 40 years of computers, I don't know anything anymore. That's the way it seems to be working, but it will be getting up and running, and what we're going to be doing is helping to support people, to empower them to draw out their natural leadership skills. People like everyone here is called to be here. You're not here by accident. You could have been doing something else tonight, right? But you came out here to BrickTown, of all places, to protest Monsanto. So you all are leaders already, right? I mean, the whole concept of what we need to do is each person needs to start with themselves. Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see. Right? Be the change. I've been gardening for 12 years. I've got food stashed away. I'm sort of lackadaisical on it because I went way over the top for Y2K. But I'm back living in the suburbs right now and feeling very, very vulnerable. But this is what we're going to need to do, folks. We need to get people, first of all, take care of yourself. You've got to get your own life in order and help prepare for you and your family. There's all kinds of things that involves. What are you going to eat? What are you going to grow? Where are you going to get clean water? What about medicines if you need them? Hopefully you don't. What are we going to do? And neighbors are going to have to start coming together with neighbors. What I've found in over 40 years of political involvement is that the precincts are dead. It is the most basic, fundamental political unit in this country. And if you've ever gone to a precinct meeting, I don't know about the Democrat ones, but the Republicans just have the same 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people showing up all the time, and they don't do anything. What I envision us doing is getting our precincts and starting to hold monthly meetings in our precincts. It's real easy to figure out how to canvass your precinct and go find out who's who, but we need to start holding monthly meetings so everybody gets invited, everybody starts getting contacted. We start having one meeting's going to be on Monsanto, another one's going to be on what are we doing about all the smart meters that are going on. What are we going to do about the electromagnetic radiation poisoning and microwaves we're getting? There's all kinds of things we can do, but what we can do is impact the level of political involvement closest to us. But the precinct leader is going to be more than electoral politics. We got to be ready to help provide security in our neighborhoods if things break down. If things break down, you ain't going to get a cop in your area probably. If you do, you may wish you hadn't. I don't know. But we got to start thinking about those things. So that's what we're looking for. I'm getting a signal. I've got 1 minute to go here, and I haven't even looked at my notes. But it's all part of what I have right here. We have to start getting each other ready. And I'm just saying, you're waiting for a sign. Those signs are blinking everywhere, everywhere. So it's coming down the pike. There's no doubt about it, folks. And so if you'd like to find out more about what we're doing with the precinct leader, go to the website. I don't even have a card for it right now, and I know it looks junky right now. I'm going to get that figured out. But I had to rush things for this thing. I figured I would announce it here because Oklahoma really, and Oklahoma City, can be a model to the rest of the nation, believe it or not. Is there anybody here that's ever thought Oklahoma's sort of a special place?
Yeah.
There's something about this here, and I think we really can teach ourselves, learn ourselves, share with each other how to do this, and then share it with the rest of the nation. Because that's how we're going to get government back, is to start at the grassroots, get the city councils, get the school boards, get the counties, get the state reps, get the state senators, and my ultimate goal is Oklahoma 2.0. Let's make Oklahoma an economic, a social, a cultural, and a spiritual oasis by making Oklahoma the first really free state in the nation. Thank you so much.